Good morning and welcome to the setup of America's largest international boat show. We're here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where on Wednesday, October 27th, the boat show will begin and will continue each day through Sunday, October 31st. I thought it might be of some interest to those of you considering coming to the show this year to have a little bit of background about what you might expect. The show basically operates, with the exception of Wednesdays and Sundays, from 10 a.m. in the morning until 7 p.m. There will be in excess of 660 boats in the water for you to board and examine. There will be in excess of 675 exhibitors with all the paraphernalia you can imagine. While you're seeing these two large yachts that have arrived, and as we go past this police vessel, you'll see additionally large yachts that have arrived, 1, 2, 3, 4 more, all well over 100 feet, what we call mega yachts, just south of this pavilion that they're building. To give you some orientation, the bridge that you see in the distance is Las Olas Boulevard. To reach the boat show coming from 95 or from the beach area, it's easiest to travel to Las Olas Boulevard and turn south on Seabreeze Boulevard, which is the first street east of the Las Olas Boulevard bridge heading toward the beach. Tickets for the show this year will be $37 for one day, and a 2-day pass is $63. I'd suggest that you visit the Informa Fort Lauderdale Boat Show website. There you can find information regarding who is exhibiting and a list of all the boats that will be available. It allows you online to purchase your tickets and book your hotel rooms. The boat show is so large that it goes north of the bridge you see in the distance, Las Olas, all the way south to a point that you can't see, but is known as the 17th Street Causeway, an enormous bridge connecting the barrier island to the mainland with an incredibly tall draft which requires opening only for the largest of sailboats or yachts. This year, the boat show will be located at Bahia Mar, the Las Olas Public Docks, Pier 66 Marina, where there is going to be a super yacht village, Hall of Fame Marina, and a huge showing indoors at the convention center. For those of you who may not be aware, there are over 100 marinas within the Fort Lauderdale area, and you might ask yourself, why is Fort Lauderdale known as the Venice of America? Believe it or not, we have over 300 miles of inland waterways. Fort Lauderdale was really conceived as the yachting capital of the world as it was developed, many of the neighborhoods having slips and waterways that connect directly to the Intercoastal Waterway, which I'm standing in front of, and as many of you know, runs from the northeast area all the way down through and including southeast Florida. If you're considering booking a hotel, I would suggest that you do that through On Peak, as it's the only site that is endorsed by the boat show, and you'll find a wide variety of rooms and fees currently running anywhere from $149 a night to $594 a night. Some 25 hotels are listed on that site. An example of the yacht builders that you'll have a chance to explore include the world-famous Fed ship, European Leopard, Ocean Fast, my favorite, the Hatteras, Lazara, Azimuth, Sunseeker, Pershing, and Ferretti, to name just a few. The wonderful thing about Fort Lauderdale, if you are a boater, is you have any number of opportunities to explore any number of price ranges in housing which would afford a slip right outside your home. The area that I'm in now, Idlewild, is certainly considered one of the most desirable, in that not only do you get to see all the super yachts that come to Bahia Mar throughout the season, but one of Fort Lauderdale's charming events is the Christmas parade, where it takes 2 hours for the parade to pass by your spot because of the number of boats that are surrounded by wonderful Christmas lights and festivities, many of which are costumed with various themes. Believe it or not, Fort Lauderdale is the has registered more than 50,000 yachts in the Fort Lauderdale vicinity. There are over 100 marinas with services for any size boat. As you look at these large yachts, which are always displayed furthest most out from the shoreline, don't be intimidated. This show is wonderful in that it includes everything from 8 or 10 foot inflatable dinghies to center consoles to fishing boats to day cruisers to boats comfortably able to take you to the Bahamas or points north, and is really just a great opportunity to experience boating at its best. I'm going to now just turn so that you can have an opportunity to see typically the houses that are included in this beautiful community of Idlewild. And while undoubtedly all of the homes fronting on the waterway are $1 million plus properties, you can be in Fort Lauderdale in a condominium with a slip for a few $100,000. I'm going to walk up here just a bit further so that you can get an idea of some of the early arrivals that have just arrived overnight for the boat show, and we will see this number vastly enlarge over the next few days. For the next few days, I'm going to do a video that will help you when visiting Fort Lauderdale and suggest certain hotels, entertainment, and restaurants you might consider. This is one of the more spectacular homes in Idlewild. And as you can see, boating activity everywhere you look. One of my joys in living in Fort Lauderdale is having owned a boat since 5 years of age and having a boat for more than 50 years, graduating ultimately to a 4-stateroom in-suite yacht. I've had the great pleasure for the last 15 years of belonging to various yacht clubs and having my boats act as winter condominiums until I discontinued the practice of law and moved here on a permanent basis. I'd be more than happy to share my experience regarding the waterways. Here's a lovely sailboat going by. Even in the rain, we boat here in Fort Lauderdale. But in any event, please feel free to call me if I can be of service to you, either answering general questions or if you have an interest in real estate, I'd be happy to discuss those options with you as well. I'm Michael Card. I'm associated with Caldwell Bankers Las Olas office, and I can be reached at 954-257-0920. Until tomorrow, enjoy your weekend.